Beloved soul, pause for just a moment. Breathe in deeply and allow yourself to feel the quiet pulse of eternity beating beneath the noise of your everyday life. Have you noticed it? A stirring, a subtle restlessness, as though something far greater than you is trying to get your attention? That is not your imagination. That is a divine call. Your archangels are speaking, urgently requesting your awareness, and they are pressing this message upon you with a seriousness that cannot be ignored. For too long, you may have carried burdens in silence. You have asked questions in the dark, questions that no human voice could answer. Why the delays? Why the betrayals? Why the strange pattern of breakthroughs that seem to arrive and then slip away just when you thought your moment had come? Your tears, your sighs, your whispered prayers, they have not been overlooked. Heaven has been watching, recording, and responding. And now, in this very season, your archangels are commanding that the veil be pulled back so you can see the truth. This is not just another encouraging word. This is not simply comfort to soothe your pain. This is a summons. The heavens are calling you to rise, to wake up, to prepare, because a secret of enormous weight is about to be revealed to you. A secret that explains why your journey has been so contested. A secret that unveils what has been hidden from you and why the end of this month is a turning point on the calendar of your destiny. When Archangel Michael unsheathes his sword, it is never casual. It is because warfare has reached a level where your protection and victory must be secured by heavenly decree. When Gabriel, the messenger, hovers over your life, it is because a divine announcement has already been written, waiting to be delivered. When Raphael moves close, healing is not just about your body. It is about your soul, your finances, your relationships, your inner clarity. And when Uriel shines his light, you are being invited to see what has long been hidden in shadow. All of them are near you now, urging you to read, to understand, to act. Perhaps you have sensed their nearness lately. A sudden dream that felt more like a vision. A moment when you were about to give up, but a strange strength surged into you. An accidental encounter with someone who spoke words you needed to hear. These were not coincidences. They were heavenly fingerprints. The call from the heavens is clear. Do not delay. Do not dismiss this. Do not assume this is for someone else. This message is for you. You have been chosen to receive insight before the shift occurs. You have been marked to carry blessings that cannot be squandered. You have been summoned because heaven knows the deadline is near. There are windows of opportunity in the spiritual realm that open and close. We often imagine we have endless time, but heaven does not operate by human calendars alone. Seasons of divine release are specific. If you step into them, overflow flows freely. If you ignore them, the blessing may circle back, but often after years of delay. Your archangels are urging you to hear them now, because this window, this month, this moment, is one of those rare openings. So, child of light, lift your eyes. Quiet your distractions. Prepare your heart. The words you are about to read are not meant to flatter you, they are meant to transform you. The heavens are speaking, and their voice is thunderous even in its whisper. Listen closely, your archangels are seriously requesting that you receive this message in full, for it carries the key to your breakthrough before the end of this month. The archangels lean close now, and their voices blend like a mighty chorus, each carrying a tone of urgency and truth. They say, the veil must be lifted. The hidden must be revealed. The secret you have been kept from must now come into the open, because the time of delay has expired. The huge secret is this: you have been living beneath your divine inheritance. You have accepted versions of yourself that are smaller than who you truly are. You have worn the garments of limitation, poverty, shame, and rejection, garments that were never tailored for you. The enemy of your soul has labored with cunning precision to blind you, not so much to who God is, but to who you are in God. That is the hidden war. Not merely to obscure heaven's light, but to keep you from discovering that the same light is burning inside you. Think for a moment. How many times have you felt greatness stir in your spirit? A sense that you were meant for more, even if you couldn't explain it? How many times did your heart whisper, I was born for something beyond survival, beyond cycles, beyond what my eyes can see. That whisper was truth. That whisper was the memory of your divine assignment echoing through your soul. But almost immediately, you were met with opposition. Voices telling you to shrink, circumstances blocking your path, fears rising up to paralyze you. The secret your archangels are now unveiling is that these battles were not random. They were orchestrated attempts to keep you away from your true inheritance. Your inheritance is not only spiritual, it is tangible. It includes peace that cannot be stolen, love that cannot be corrupted, provision that never runs dry, opportunities that align perfectly with your purpose, and authority that shifts atmospheres. Long before you took your first breath, heaven assigned these treasures to your name. They were stored in the heavenly vault, scheduled to be released in stages across your lifetime. But there has been interference. The enemy knew that if you ever discovered the fullness of your inheritance, you would become unstoppable. Your life would ripple outward, freeing others, breaking chains in your family line, shaking communities, and birthing legacies. So, strategies were deployed to keep you distracted, discouraged, and deceived. You were meant to fight battles that made you question your worth. You were set in environments where envy poisoned relationships. You were targeted with rejection so deep that you began to doubt your ability to be loved. But here is the turning point. The delays were never denials. The archangels declare, the secret has been hidden only until the appointed time. And the appointed time is now. Heaven is no longer allowing you to live in the shadows of falsehood. The truth is, the treasures that belong to you are still intact. They may have been delayed, diverted, or covered, but they have not been destroyed. The inheritance is waiting, waiting for your awareness, waiting for your bold agreement, waiting for your readiness. Imagine a child born into royalty, yet raised outside the palace walls. They grow up thinking they are ordinary, struggling to survive, never realizing that a throne awaits them. This has been your story. But the secret, now revealed, is that the crown has always been yours. The authority has always been yours. The abundance has always been yours. The palace doors are not locked, they are simply waiting for you to step forward with the keys of awareness and faith. Do not underestimate the importance of this revelation. When heaven says a secret is being revealed, it is not trivial. It is because that secret is a hinge on which your entire future swings. The archangels are not merely comforting you, they are awakening you. They are saying, rise. Claim what is yours. No longer bow to false identities. No longer settle for scraps when a banquet is prepared in your honor. But here lies the reason for urgency. The end of this month is not just another date on a calendar. It is a checkpoint in the spiritual timeline. Heaven has appointed this window for alignment. The vault of your inheritance is opening wider, but it requires your conscious agreement. If you cross into the next season unaware, the treasures may remain out of reach, not because they are gone, but because you did not recognize the moment. The secret, then, is both a revelation and a responsibility. You now know that you have been living beneath your inheritance. You now know that your struggles were evidence of your power. You now know that heaven has kept your treasures intact, waiting for your awakening. And you now know that the archangels are urging you to act before the end of this month, because this is the appointed time for reclamation. Hear their voices, beloved. This is your hour. What was hidden is unveiled. What was delayed is released. What was stolen is restored. Rise into your inheritance. Step into your true name. Walk in the authority you were always meant to carry. This is the huge secret. You were never ordinary. You were always chosen. And the time to step into that truth is now. In heaven's design, nothing is accidental. Every sunrise carries a message. Every season has an assignment. Every appointed time is loaded with meaning. And right now, your archangels are sounding the alarm because the timing of this revelation is not casual. The huge secret they unveil to you is not meant for someday. It is tied to now. It is bound to this month. Why the urgency? Because heaven has declared this season a spiritual checkpoint. Just as the natural world has tides, harvests, and deadlines, The spiritual realm also has windows that open and close. When a window opens, favor pours out like rain. When it closes, the opportunity may not disappear forever, but the delay can be costly. What you step into in this season will echo into your future for years to come. The archangels declare, before this month ends, there is an appointed release scheduled for you. It is not just about blessing, it is about alignment. The heavens are rearranging things in your favor, but you must be awake to walk into it. Think of the children of Israel standing at the Red Sea. Their freedom was already decreed, but they had to move forward at the exact moment the waters parted. Had they hesitated, the window would have closed. Think of Esther standing before the king. She was born for such a time as that. Had she delayed, an entire people would have suffered. Timing was everything. So it is with you. You are standing at a crossroads. You may not see the Red Sea parting or a royal throne room, but in the unseen realm, the heavens are aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities. The end of this month marks the completion of a cycle and the beginning of another. What you carry into that shift will determine how the next season unfolds. This is why your archangels are so insistent. They know how many times you've been on the brink of breakthrough, only to miss it because of distraction, fear, or weariness. They know how often you've been within reach of the door, but lacked the clarity to recognize it. This time, they do not want you to miss it. They are pressing you to be alert, to be intentional, to be ready before the window closes. The timing matters because there are decrees being written in the courts of heaven right now with your name on them. Restoration is being authorized. Resources that were tied up are being released. Relationships are being redirected. Hidden enemies are being exposed. But these decrees are time-sensitive. If you align yourself before the month ends, you will walk into next month carrying new authority, new provision, and new clarity. And here is the sobering truth. If you ignore this timing, the blessing may circle back, but only after unnecessary delay. The enemy would love for you to shrug off this urgency, to treat it as optional, to assume you can always pick it up later. That lie has kept many people stuck for years. Your archangels are saying, not you. Not this time. Not in this season. Heaven's call is clear. Do not carry old chains into a new month. Do not drag yesterday's weight into tomorrow's assignment. Do not cross the threshold unaware. The time is now. Before the end of this month, rise in awareness. Declare your alignment. Position your heart in faith. When the clock strikes into the new cycle, you will not be the same. You will walk with inheritance in hand, authority in your voice, and the certainty that you recognized the hour of your visitation. This is why timing matters, because heaven has scheduled your release, and the deadline is near. Child of destiny, the truth must be spoken plainly. The resistance you have faced was never random. Every setback, every betrayal, every unexplained delay has been evidence that your life carries too much light for darkness to ignore. The forces against you were not stumbling blocks by accident. They were targeted assignments meant to keep you from awakening to your inheritance. There are enemies that wear many faces. Some are spiritual, ancient cycles passed down through bloodlines, curses spoken in ignorance, unseen forces whispering lies into your mind. Others are earthly, people who resented your favor, relationships poisoned by envy, voices that told you, you will never rise. Still others came through circumstances, sudden financial collapse, doors of opportunity that shut inexplicably, or illnesses that drained your strength at critical moments. But here is the deeper truth your archangels want you to see. These obstacles were confirmation of your importance. Thieves never rob an empty house. Hunters never chase after birds with broken wings. Wolves do not circle barren fields. The very fact that your life has been so contested is proof that there is treasure inside you, treasure the enemy desperately wanted to bury. Think back on your journey. How often did a new possibility suddenly fall apart? How many times were you betrayed by those closest to you, the ones you trusted most? These wounds were not only meant to break your heart, they were meant to break your will, to convince you that you were powerless. Because if you believed you were powerless, you would stop reaching for your inheritance. But your archangels have been fighting all along. Michael has stood guard when shadows closed in. Raphael has brought healing to scars that might have hardened into bitterness. Gabriel has whispered truth into your spirit when lies were trying to suffocate you. And Uriel has been shining light on hidden schemes, even when you thought you were stumbling in darkness. Yes, the obstacles were real. Yes, they cost you time, tears, and energy. But they did not succeed in erasing your name from heaven's book. They did not succeed in canceling your assignment. They did not succeed in stripping you of your identity. What they did was delay you, and even that delay is now ending. Your archangels want you to understand this clearly. Every battle you endured is now being turned into evidence against your enemies in the courts of heaven. Every wound is being rewritten into testimony. Every loss is being transfigured into fuel for the breakthrough that is coming before this month closes. The obstacles were fierce, but they were not final. The forces against you were loud, but they were not victorious. Their very existence proves your significance, and their defeat proves heaven's commitment to you. The time has come to rise above the obstacles. You are still standing, and that alone is victory. Beloved soul, you must understand this. You have not been alone for a single moment. Even in your darkest nights, even when silence seemed to surround you, your archangels have been at work, unseen, tireless, unrelenting in their defense of your destiny. The war for your life is not being fought only in the natural realm. It rages in unseen dimensions, where forces of darkness attempt to tighten their grip, and where heaven's armies rise with blazing light to break those chains. Your archangels are commanders in this holy battle, and they have been standing guard, wielding their authority on your behalf. Archangel Michael, the great protector, has drawn his flaming sword countless times for you. When plots were set in motion to destroy your peace, Michael stood between you and disaster. When fear tried to strangle your hope, it was Michael who cut through the cords and gave you strength you did not even realize was borrowed from heaven. Every time you survived what should have broken you, it was because Michael was fighting. Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger, has been working to ensure your name is spoken in the right places. Doors you thought opened by coincidence were Gabriel's orchestration. Words of encouragement that came at the exact right time were Gabriel's delivery. The enemy has tried to silence your story, but Gabriel has carried your testimony like fire into the ears of those assigned to bless you. He is the one arranging divine alignments, ensuring that heaven's decrees reach the earth without delay. Archangel Raphael, the healer, has been working in layers you may not even perceive. Healing does not only touch the body, it restores the heart, clears the mind, and mends what betrayal tried to shatter. Raphael has been binding your unseen wounds, preventing bitterness from taking root, keeping your spirit pliable enough to receive new joy. The fact that you can still love, still hope, still dream after what you've endured, is because Raphael has been pouring divine balm over you. And then Uriel, the angel of illumination, has been igniting sparks of wisdom in your path. The sudden realization of what you must do, the inner knowing that guided you away from disaster, the dreams that felt like warnings or blueprints, these were Uriel's lanterns shining ahead of you. Even in confusion, light was being placed at your feet so you would not stumble beyond recovery. Together, these archangels form a circle of guardianship around you. Where the enemy sought to isolate you, heaven sent reinforcement. Where forces of darkness thought you were vulnerable, they found themselves outnumbered. Your tears have been collected as evidence in heaven's courts, and your prayers, even the broken, wordless ones, have been transformed into weapons in angelic hands. The fight has been fierce, but your archangels have not retreated. They are pushing, advancing, clearing space for you to rise. Even now, they are negotiating your release, ensuring that before this month closes, what was tied up will be untied, and what was stolen will begin to return. You are not defenseless. You are defended. You are not forgotten. You are fiercely protected. The battle is real, but so is the victory being prepared for you. Beloved soul, the archangels can fight, intercede, and prepare the way, but there is a sacred truth you must embrace. Heaven requires your agreement. A promise can be written in your name, but unless you step into it, it remains unopened. You are not a passive spectator in your destiny. You are an active participant. Your role in unlocking the promise begins with awareness. Now that the huge secret has been revealed, that you are heir to an inheritance far greater than you realized, you must not slip back into ignorance. Awareness is power. To see the truth is to shatter the illusion that you are weak, forgotten, or ordinary. Your archangels want you to walk with eyes open, knowing every battle you face is proof of what you carry. The second part of your role is agreement. What you speak, you empower. The enemy has tried to train your tongue to agree with defeat. I'll never make it. I'm always unlucky. Nothing works for me. These words, though whispered in frustration, act as contracts in the spirit. But heaven is urging you now, reverse your confession. Align your language with the decree of God and the declarations of your archangels. Speak life. Speak abundance. Speak healing. Say, I am chosen. My inheritance is intact. My timing is now. My doors are open. With every declaration, you unlock more of what heaven has already prepared. The third part is action. Faith without works is incomplete. Your archangels can open doors, but you must walk through them. They can whisper instructions, but you must obey. Sometimes the action will be bold, applying for the opportunity, leaving a toxic environment, stepping into a calling that intimidates you. Other times, it will be quiet, forgiving an old wound, releasing bitterness, or simply choosing rest when the enemy tries to exhaust you. Each step, whether big or small, is a key that turns the lock of your inheritance. And finally, your role is trust. Trust is the soil where promises take root. The enemy wants you restless, doubting, always demanding proof. But trust says, even if I don't see it yet, I know it is done. Even if I don't understand the how, I trust the who. Trust allows the archangels to move without resistance, because your faith creates an atmosphere where miracles can manifest. Beloved, you are not helpless. You are not merely waiting for heaven to do everything. You are a partner in this holy unfolding. Awareness, agreement, action, and trust, these are the 4 keys you hold. Use them, and you will unlock the promise waiting for you before the end of this month. Your archangels are ready. Heaven's vault is open. The only question that remains is, will you rise and step into what has always been yours? Beloved child of light, the moment has come for you not just to hear, but to declare. Words are not empty, they are forces. Declarations align your life with heaven's decree, and when spoken in faith, they become swords in the hands of your archangels. Now, stand in your spirit and speak this aloud, with conviction and authority. Declaration of breakthrough. I rise into alignment with the divine calendar. I renounce every lie that told me I was small, forgotten, or unworthy. I declare that my inheritance is intact, and I claim it now. No more delays, no more diversions, no more theft. I step into the flow of abundance, healing, and divine favor prepared for me. I declare that before the end of this month, doors will open that no one can shut. Resources will be released that were once withheld. Hidden enemies will be exposed, and faithful allies will appear. My archangels surround me. Michael fights for me, Gabriel speaks for me, Raphael heals me, and Uriel guides me. I walk in authority. I walk in overflow. I walk in my destiny, fully awake and unshakable. So let it be written in heaven, so let it manifest on earth. Final benediction. And now, receive this blessing. May Michael's sword cut away every chain that sought to bind you. May Gabriel's trumpet announce your name in places of influence. May Raphael's hand touch every broken place in you with healing fire. May Uriel's light illuminate your path so clearly that you cannot stumble. You are chosen. You are covered. You are released. As this month closes, let every closed gate burst open, and let your life step boldly into the season of overflow. Go forward in strength, beloved soul. Walk in your inheritance. Your breakthrough is here.